starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here comes Sanders on the nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Falcons grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. To throw on 2nd down. Smiley. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Logan Hall able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Smiley. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1-yard line. The field position game often so overlooked, but this offense is going to be backed up deep. What an ideal punt.
And now, this stage of the game, when they need the drive to try and put themselves in a position to win it, you're talking about going the long field, the very long field. This could be a 99-yard drive if they're able to accomplish it.
1st down, and they'll start with Algier. Give them 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's Algier again on 2nd down. And a nice pickup as this one gets them to the 10-yard line. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Sometimes that's a danger putting that jumbo set out there. You just get a lot of bodies massed in one location. You could wind up with 18, 20, maybe even all 22 in the box, and there's nowhere to run the football.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, 4 on the return. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll run. It's Sanders. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Second down, back to Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 61 yards rushing now for the ball game on 24 carries. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Smiley. And that is incomplete here. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Smiley. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And this is going to be incomplete.
My good friend, I'm just going to pose the question to you. Did that look like a pass that he should have thrown?
Now, the rookie probably needs to be a little bit more careful in these situations.
Yeah, that throw will turn him into a veteran quicker, but not in the way that he wants. He wants to learn his lessons by making good throws, not throws like that.
The kick by Elliott is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Looking to throw. Rich.
He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Operating from the gun. Rich. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Even the most elusive quarterbacks have those tough days where they can't avoid sacks, and this is one of them. 3rd time he's gone down. He might develop some happy feet now, want to escape the pocket and try and gain more yardage with his legs.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
On 2nd, here's Algier.
And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. Operating from the gun. Rich. Hard throw, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, You have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Throwing to start the drive. Smiley looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
2nd and 12 now at the 44-yard line.
Running right, here's Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. From the gun on 3rd down. Smiley buying time to it, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now
as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
On 1st and 10, Rich. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Rich. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. To throw on 3rd down, Rich. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. The Falcons send out their punter as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the 1st downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field.
But not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They'll go again with Sanders. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. So a big kick coming now for Jake Elliott. This to perhaps salt this one away. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this will stay a one-score game as the lead will hold at 6. So all eyes on the Falcons. Down on the scoreboard. 1:51 on the clock. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drive.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. First down now, but that clock rolling. He's back to throw.
Going for Kyle Pitts again. He's got him again.
Clock running, and the Falcons moving with a sense of urgency. He's going to flip one out here to his running back.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. They'll look to throw.
That's thrown underneath to Algier.
A good display of footwork. It gets him just inside the 5 to the 4. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. He'll look to throw. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. Extra point forthcoming. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. Point after here coming up. And they have got the lead. That time, a 9-play drive.
And it was the tight end Kyle Pitts finishing it all off on the touchdown reception. Fielded right around the 8. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school. I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for Atlanta, it's an important win for their playoff hopes as they hit the 10-win mark now at 10-5. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Chicago Bears. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, they hit double digits in losses as they fall to 5-10. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long from Philly.
with your goons, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show, I'm just